Tackle that left. Look at how ferocious Lawler is. Lands it. He's hurt. He's hurt. This may be it. That's it. That's it. It's all over. Wow. Robbie Lawler remains the welterweight champion.
A cheater once said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, and then they probably cheated at something. The MMA world is subject to this guideline as well. We constantly see fouls stop to them. But in today's countdown, we'll be focusing on those fighters who very cleverly got away with some pretty substantial cheating, whether it was intentional or not. Look, there's no way to prove some of these fouls were committed on purpose. Others are very obviously on purpose. But what matters here is the result, and results are what these fighters got. I'm Tommy from MMA on D210. Our first entry wasn't during a fight, but beforehand, and DC still had to, defeat the terrifying Rumble Johnson in a world title fight, whether he was 205 pounds or 206.2, which is why it's the lowest entry on our list. But what DC did was still very clever and deserves reviewing. Here's what went down. DC heads to the scale for his official Friday weigh-in before his scheduled 205-pound title defense against Rumble Johnson at UFC 210. He steps on the scale at 206.2 pounds. He now has an hour to cut the remaining weight. Pretty standard stuff. Here is where the magic happens, though. DC returns 2 minutes later and makes weight at 205 pounds, and the fight is on. What in the world? Well, traditionally, a towel is brought out to cover the fighter's naked body from the press during a weigh-in attempt, and DC appears to be putting pressure on that towel with his hands, reducing his weight. We've all played this game weighing ourselves in the bathroom. Fighters didn't his opponent Rumble Johnson. In the end, though, DC claimed he only held the towel to make sure the press didn't get any good shots of his junk, and nothing came of the entire incident besides another dominant win for Daniel Cormier. Number 9, Chael Sonnen, WEC 31. The next entry on our list didn't result in a victory, but it did result in like it was about to snap in two, stepped in and called the fight. Immediately after, Sonnen is seen saying no repeatedly to Rosenthal, instantly casting doubt on the decision. Now, it's not clear here that Chael felt that his verbalization of pain was enough to warrant a stoppage, as is written in the unified rules, or if he just plain decided to deny that any of that happened. Although years later, we would see a similar action by Chael in the moments just after his world title fight with Anderson Silva. Whatever the case, in his post-fight interview, Chael indicated that he did not tap and but it was Silva in their rematch at UFC 148 who was doing the cheating, and this was a pretty blatant foul. Their first meeting was not even a remotely close fight, with Sonnen dominating from bell to bell for nearly 5 whole rounds. It was a Hail Mary triangle attempt with just a few minutes left in the fight that secured the win for Silva. Their rematch was not going well for the champion either early on, as Sonnen secured a takedown in the